It's been a wild ride since I started Conservative Dad's Ultra Right Beer, and we're just getting started. We got back to the basics. Great beer, fun, patriotism, fast cars, and beautiful real women, and 100% woke free. But some people tell me I need to tone down the politics in our ads, so I'm making this ad just for them.
I swear I had this as a Matchbox car back in the day. Like, you remember the old metal Matchbox cars that, like, they felt like miniature actual toy, like actual cars, toy size? I had that. It was the 1977 Pontiac Trans-Am from Smokey and the Bandit that was driven in the movie with one of the greatest actors to ever grace celluloid, Lord Burt Reynolds, who was a good-looking man up to his dying day, and I'll fight you on that hill. Welcome back to the Dana Show. Dana Loesch here with you at the bottom of this third hour. Back when men had hair on their chest for their gold medallions to lay on, right? Isn't that, it's a nest for the necklace. Anyway, welcome back to the program. So that was a commercial from Ultra Right Beer. And one of my favorite things to do, by the way, and we're going to bring on Seth Weathers in just a second. One of my favorite things to do is if, like, you're entertaining, right? And you maybe don't know all of the political leanings of everybody, although in my house it's very rare unless somebody brings a date. I may not know where they stand politically. That's the first thing I offer them. I don't offer them a glass of wine. I'm like, here, would you like a brew? And it's nice and cold, right? And I also provide a nice cold stein for them also. Their expression is going to tell me whether I'm going to take them out of the house by their ear or if they're staying. So joining us right now, and you can find all of this over at conservativedadscar.com, ultrarightbeer.com as well, Conservative Dad himself, Seth Weathers, who joins us now with his pyramid of beer behind him. Everyone needs a nice ziggurat of brewskis. It's good to be with you.
It's great to be back.
So tell me this, because I asked you this. This is my first question was, is this the car? Because I wanted to know if Burt Reynolds breathed on it. Because I'm kind of a big fan of Burt Reynolds. And I was like, did Burt Reynolds breathe on this car? Is it the one that's actually that he touched and was around?
Unfortunately, it is not that one. But
I would fight you for it.
It looks just like it, though.
It does. It looks just like it. Does it come with a new set of tires? Because I watched you drive in that commercial 3 times now.
We actually did have to get new tires. We did get these tires. It was pretty bad. But we had a lot of fun doing that. But car certainly held up under a lot of conditions that day. So we're pretty impressed.
You're giving this car away.
I'm really starting to regret it, to be honest, but I kind of can't take it back now. My 7-year-old is very upset about this.
Yeah. It's a beautiful car, and it's an iconic, everybody knows Smokey and the Bandit. So tell me, where did you get the idea where you're like, you know what? Let's give away a Pontiac Trans-Am. Let's go ahead and do it. The Smokey and the Bandit car with some beer. Because that's how you're automatically entered. Yep. When you purchase some brew, correct?
Yep. And you can also just go, there's a link. You can also just enter a cell phone number, sign up for text messages. That also enters you. So there's other ways that people can enter. But, we did a commercial a while back, Smokey and the Conservative Dad, that we thought was pretty fun. Mm-hmm. I have no idea how we came up with that. I'm pretty sure I just wanted an excuse to get one of these old cars.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And so that's how we ended up with it.
I would do something where I'd have to use like a 1970 Challenger or something like that, just as an excuse.
That'd be nice.
See, yeah, I'm telling you. So you came up with the idea for this car, and you can go to conservativedadscar.com as well to see everything, all online orders. Everybody's automatically entered to win. So they can win. So what do you just show up with beer in the car when they win? How does that work?
We are going to fill the trunk with beer, oddly enough. But we're going to pick the winner on August 21st, and then we'll have some kind of something to actually give it away shortly thereafter. But the program goes all the way to the 21st of August, and then we select who the winner is.
You can have an Ed McMahon. He's dead, right? Ed McMahon. You can have an Ed McMahon kind of giveaway. Right?
Well, we actually have some fun ideas on that. We can't share just yet that we're finalizing, but I think we're going to have fun with the giveaway for sure.
Ooh,
I think it'd be a great car for you. I could see you hopping around Dallas.
Okay, so please talk to my husband about this. Because, see, at first I was like, I would love a 70s Challenger. I wanted the Dodge Demon. I really wanted that. And I just told a story a little earlier how Richard Rawlings, who we know, he's a great guy. we were at the same dealership, and it was the last one in the DFW area, and Rawlings got it. He got the car. He drove away. I saw a video later of him driving away in the car that I wanted. And my husband.
Do you really need a Dodge Demon?
Yeah,
I feel
that's
like
not
that
a question you need to be asking a woman. Because my husband was like, you know what? It's for the best because you'd wrap it around a tree. That's what he tells me about every car that goes faster than 60. He's like, I know how you drive. You're going to wrap it around a tree. I'm like, I'm not, I promise. But I feel like this car would suit me well, Seth.
I think it would. It's a fun car to drive, that's for sure. Like I said, I'm gonna be sad to give it up, but I think whoever wins it's gonna be thrilled to have the car, and it's
this commercial was full of patriotism and all the things that you mentioned, because beer commercials have been boring, and it makes me not want to drink their beer.
And beautiful real women.
Look, good-looking women in commercials. Women like good-looking women. We don't want to see ugly women in commercials. I'm going to say it. You can't. I don't want to see an ugly fat chick in a commercial because I'm not going to buy anything from an ugly fat chick, right?
I agree.
Exactly.
I want to get the balance of the weight off the car anyway.
It's a psychological thing. Like men will be like, that's the kind of woman I'd like to date. Women will be like, I'd like to be in shape like that woman or have hair like that woman or whatever. It's a psychological thing. There's there's some smarts that go along with the advertising that they're just not getting today, Seth.
I agree. And we're trying to provide that to people that are looking back to when things were a little simpler. Men were men and women were women. And we're trying to promote that in our marketing. And we're out there doing a lot of things. Obviously, we do have a political mission with what we are as a company. We want to be a great beer, but we're also a movement company. We're donating to causes that are important to conservatives. We fully funded a school board race last year. We ended up donating $100,000 to the Trump electors lawsuit here in Georgia. So we're putting our money where our mouth is on a lot of these things. Big corporate liberal companies do it for all their left-wing projects. Yeah. So we're going to do it for the right wing.
So let me get this straight. The more beer you drink, the more good you do.
This is actually true. And, the 1776 Project PAC, which overturned school board races, is happy every time they hear an ultra-right crack open because they know they're going to get a portion.
That's the sound of freedom. Imagine that.
Quite literally.
That's every time you drink. See, the more beer you drink, America, the more ultra-right beer you drink, the more good that is done, the more that communism is defeated. You're literally fighting communism with beer.
Every single day. Hey, this country was actually founded in taverns over beers.
It was. The King Street Patriots founded in a pub. Yes.
Yep.
This country is founded by beer.
We're looking to bring that back. And, obviously we have a lot of exciting things in the future with the brand. We have some other flavors that we're working on, beverages that we're working on coming out with. So we have some fun stuff coming in the future for sure.
Let me ask you this. We're talking to Seth Weathers with Ultra Right Beer, and you can find it at ultrarightbeer.com, and it'll also take you right to that amazing giveaway with that 1977 Pontiac Trans-Am. This car's older than me.
It's actually 81.
This was an 81? The original's the 77. The
77 was the first movie. This would have been the second movie model.
Okay, so this is the 81 Pontiac Trans-Am. So giving away this beautiful car. I was looking literally all weekend for this Matchbox car because I think I saved some of them because I'm a freak. Because I don't think I gave this one to my boys. I did withhold a few things. I did. Sorry.
They're actually valuable. I've seen them on eBay and stuff. They're hard to find.
They are very difficult to find. Let me ask you this. Speaking of younger generations, like like Gen Z that are in their 20s now, I was reading that they're drinking like less beer and less wine and all of this. Do you find that pendulum is going to swing the other way though? Because I feel like they're turned off with all the marketing and messaging that's completely antithetical to what America's about.
Yeah, I think so. And there are some trends with that, but we go through trends with beverages. I mean, you have some of the, the ready to drink alcohol drink.
Those are nasty. Who does
they go
that?
Through phases. All these things come and go. And so everything's on a different phase. I don't know how long that lasts. Beer is going to be around forever. Yeah. That is for sure. And the conservative people in that age range, they tend to be drinking beer, it appears. So when we go out places, they're all about it. So I think that might be a temporary blip.
Are you involved in like the frat boy summer stuff? Because as we saw colleges winding down, we saw these amazing fraternity brothers go out and protect the flag and stand against all these like terrorist supporting Hamas, fans out there, which was amazing to see. And one of them, they're going to have apparently a big kegger. Are you going to do ultra right, frat boy summer?
We actually were doing that. We were in the process of putting one together there with those guys in North Carolina, and it was going along great. There would have been a huge crowd. And I know it's almost impossible to imagine a frat party could be too big and too fun, but it appears it was getting too big and too fun for some people, and so they shut it down. So unfortunately, we did not get to do it, but there is talk about doing something when they come back in the fall as well as some other people there as also. So it should be a fun time.
I love it. I love what you guys do, and it's fun. It's like it makes stuff fun again, and we just
Absolutely.
I feel so deprived of that.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, conservatives, like, we have very important issues. We know how bad things are. We know how pivotal some of these situations we're in as a country right now, and so maybe it makes us it's maybe a little hard to throw fun into it, but you can't just completely take yourself out of culture and out of reality and not have fun with things anymore if you want to actually change the culture.
Right.
And so we're kind of going where the people are and providing them a product that they love and that they want that just has our twist on it.
And you can get a nice 1981 Pontiac Trans-Am too, Smokey and the Bandit style. And just don't drive it like Seth did, because you'll have to replace your tires after one afternoon. Just don't do that. Just don't do that. You go to ultraripebeer.com and get it. It's ultra ripe. Oh, one last thing I was going to tell you, because my stepdad was always a big,
I know, we got to get him converted. Have you got him?
And when he was down here over Christmas, he went for the ultra ripe beer in the fridge. And because I refused to bring, he found like an old, I don't know where he found it. I guess I had it hidden somewhere, an old Bud Light, and it was in there, a bottle, but he didn't drink it. He went for the ultra. I think he liked your beer better. He'd never say, but because he's St. Louis born and bred, I think he was born in the bowels of the brewery there. But he was drinking ultra ripe beer, and he went through it. Because he enjoys a brewski, so he liked it.
It's a great beer. Well, we'll have to bring the car out and meet him. We may be out in Texas with the car at some point in the next few months, so we'll have to come let you. We'll let you tear up the tires for a change. I think that'd be fun to watch.
We're not telling.
I've got
Chris
great
this.
insurance.
We're not telling Chris this. I'm not going to wrap it around a tree. So we're just no one on social media say a damn thing. Y'all keep your mouth shut, but it's going to happen. Seth Weathers, ultraripebeer.com. Make sure you go get your beer, and you're automatically entered to win my Trans Am. There you go.
Take care, guys.
It's good to see you. Thanks so much, Seth.